Hello, hi. I am Venkatesh from BlockPeer. Thank you for the CTAC and Crypto CFO community for organizing such a wonderful event-packed virtual conference. Thanks for the Brandon Taylor and their complete team. We couldn't even if I are attending a in-person event, it cannot be this much depth because of the virtual event. People from all over the world were sharing their knowledge and expertise. It was very much useful to attend everything sitting in a one place. Thank you again for the Crypto CFO community. I would like to share in this amazing platform about what is BlockPeer, and then it is so first to start with about me. I am Venkatesh. I have over 15 years of experience into corporate finance and treasury in the Middle East. I have wide experience in trade finance and managing price risk using hedging for the institutions. I have been into 3 years for the blockchain development. These are all my DeFi endeavors. I started blockchain development 2.5, 3 years back. And before that, I was watching and then I was trading the Bitcoin prices and everything. I remember early days where I remember I had seen Bitcoin even at a single digit. And then I used to regret for so many days that why I haven't bought the Bitcoin. I used to explore buying the Bitcoin at Mongox exchange in Japan. So many days I used to check my emails whether did I bought anything Bitcoin when the price was at $60,000. Unfortunately, I never bought it when the price was single digit. But then no regrets in the sense like after that, I was mainly into the cryptocurrency trading up until 3 years back. And then I started interest towards decentralized finance. And then I started coding into the Solidity and everything since I know Python from my previous finance experience. Learning Solidity was quite easy for me. And then I got quite addicted towards it. So then when I started the decentralized finance career, I was mainly into the yield farming areas. So I was associated with Badger DAO for developing yield farming strategies. And then in one of their hackathon, I won their first prize in the ETH Global Hack Money. And then after the yield farming stunt, and then I thought of utilizing my Solidity knowledge into bridging something into the trade finance into the decentralized finance where we developed me and one of my friend developed a project called PDC Finance. So PDC Finance, we submitted into a Morales Google Defining DeFi hackathon. Then we had won a couple of prizes on the hackathon. And then we also got a grants from Gelato and Unstoppable Domains, which has given us a great boost to continue to work on the hackathon project. Also, recently we had won honorable prize mentions from the JP Morgan Digital Identity Hackathon as well for the PDC Finance. What is PDC Finance? The PDC Finance is an alternative finance marketplace based on post-dated crypto payment commitments. This is in the right. I have attached the recent LinkedIn post by Brandon, where in the sense like he mentioned online, I have a structured settlement, but I need the cash now. So what does it mean? In the sense the PDC Finance is the future cash flows. We are trying to tokenize the future cash flows so that the same future cash flows can be discounted for today's cash. This is our use case for the PDC Finance, so that our logo itself and then our logo itself post-dated crypto payments made easy. So with the hackathon winnings and then grants, we were in the process of going live for the PDC Finance. When we are going into the market for analyzing the market and then things like that, we understand that the PDC Finance or the post-dated crypto payments can better suit in an accounting platform. Say, for example, one supplier has given a bill and then you want to pay them on March 31st. You can make an on-chain payment commitment that I'm going to make the payment on March 31st. Based on the on-chain payment commitment as a collateral, the receiver can seek borrowing from our marketplace. So now we are doing the audit of this smart contract. And then we are also checking some sort of legality of this contract. So, but the PDC Finance module has been integrated into the BlockPeer. So then we developed a integrated. So when we were in the market looking into the crypto accounting frameworks, We understand that the crypto companies cannot stay without a fiat, and then the typical Web2 companies can benefit a large from the USDC or USDT kind of stable coins. When the business is working 24/7, why the banking has to working on 8 hours a day for 5 days? Soon, like we expect, based on some sort of this clarity from the governments on the use of the USDC or USDT stablecoin in the businesses, we see a wide adoption is in the cards from the Web2 companies. So we had integrated typical fiat and the digital asset wallet into a single accounting platform. This is what the BlockPeer is. We understand in the sense like what are all the features, like we need to have a wallet. So we integrated MPC wallet, and then users can create safe multisig. They can create automatic crypto invoicing. They can do the supplier payments in the normal crypto or stable coins. And the integrated accounting platform, because the CFOs on the Web3 companies, they need to have a unified financial positions on the both fiat and the crypto. If they're having a bank balance in JP Morgan or any other banks, and then also they are having a digital asset balances at any of the exchanges like a Coinbase or Binance, and then they are also having some wallet positions. The CFO at the end of the day, he want to know what is his treasury positions, including all. We want to make that process simple. In a single place, you want to get the complete treasury position as soon as possible. And then one of the major benefit of bringing in a wallet into accounting platform is like you can tokenize the trade documents. You can tokenize the invoice, you can tokenize the other trade documents like a bill of lading. Our main objective of having a wallet in the accounting platform is we are not a typical accounting platform with a wallet. We are mainly facilitating origination of the tokenizing trade documents. So we'll be mainly focusing on arranging trade finance based on the blockchain based funds. So we are not only the typical accounting platform, we would be going extra mile from the typical accounting platform in arranging the financing for the invoices, financing for the post-dated payment commitments, and financing for the title documents like the bill of lading. Why MPC wallet? Is MetaMask is not enough. Like there was a sessions, like lot of sessions were there in the sense like how to use MetaMask, and then like being like I myself from the typical finance background, when I was starting exploring the blockchain stuffs back in 3 years, like I find it very hard to understand the MetaMask. And then like when we wanted to download and then keep it on our Chrome browser or in the Brave browser, the MetaMask used to give a warning that MetaMask will read all my data passing through the browser. So I used to wonder, because how can I install the MetaMask into my office laptops? So how can I involve into my office laptops or something like that? Because MetaMask is reading all the data. How can I enter my some of office passwords? So there were a lot of questions, and then like I got it clarified, and then like I was told that MetaMask is a leading player. Okay, they will not be snooping around the data, but it is difficult for a normal finance people to install the MetaMask and then to keep their keys safe. There is a single point of failure is there when using the MetaMask. And then like how to manage the private key. For example, we are having a CFO. What if the CFO is leaving the job and then he is having a MetaMask? So his keys should be handled very safely. We should be able to take the keys from him and then transfer the keys to the another new CFO. This is not a small task or something like that. So MPC wallet is a solution. MPC wallet, which has the same feature and then even extra additional security features compared to using a MetaMask. It is typically like it will fit well in the team of finance team. Email-based login is possible where any of the company-based emails, they can use it. For example, if you are using on this crypto CFO community, they can use the crypto CFO community email like brandon@cryptocfos.com. If we are using their email, and then like how they are accessing the normal accounting platform, like simple login, and then like they will be getting an external owned account. And they can also add two-factor authentication, because even if they are losing the access to the email, they can add additional two-factor authentication. Like even if they are using the, if they're losing the access to the email, because of the two-factor authentication, the funds in the wallets are much more safer. And then we integrated safe multisig into the accounts payable workflow. So why we need to have a safe multisig? Even in the sense like if you are having a MPC wallet, there is still like a single point of control is there. So even in the sense like when we are operating on a Web2 businesses, the CFOs are like usually they will not be having a single signatory for any of the transactions on banking. So the banking transactions usually being signed by two different signers. Maybe because of some sort of this convenience. Because what if the CFO is on annual leave? So we cannot ask him, okay, please approve this transaction. So they based on the so many use cases, Web2 has already made some sort of established process that if you are operating a bank, you should have more than one signer in the typical bank. The same way we also integrated safe multisig into this BlockPeer, where all their accounts team, they can create a safe multisig among themselves, like a CFO, finance manager, board member, and accountant. And then they can create any of two or three can sign, so that the process is not affected by, for a simple reason that CFO is on annual leave, or like he's on sick leave or something like that. He's not available. New CFO is coming. Whenever like new CFO is coming, you can directly simply kind of switch the signers, which is very easily to manage under the safe environment. There is no single point of failure. Then it resembles the Web2's typical accounts payable process flow, which I will show you in a demo, how it will be deeply integrated into the accounts payable process. Another major use cases which we are doing, which we are making it reality through this BlockPeer is tokenizing the trade documents. Like for example, what do you mean by tokenizing the trade documents? It is not just putting their data into the blockchain. It needs to be legally valid, because anybody can put any data into the blockchain. Simply putting the data into the blockchain doesn't mean that we are able to tokenize the document. That kind of this framework should be legally acceptable, in the sense like we are following a MLETR compliant, which is like a model law for electronic transferable records, which is like under the UK law, which has been recently passed. Our electronic invoice and electronic bill of lading are completely in compliant with the English UK law, so that we expect a wide adoption from the Web2 companies who are using a bill of lading and electronic invoices for the invoice factoring or invoice financing as well. The blockchain brings the enhanced verifiability. For example, if there is a invoice is there, like I can show when I'm showing the demo, I can show you. We will be able to understand, for example, if there is an invoice is for, say, for example, $10,000, you cannot edit that amount to $100,000 and then seek financing from a bank or anybody. The moment anybody changes anything on the invoice, it will be shown that this document has been tampered with. So blockchain is bringing such kind of integrity, and we are using it for the benefit of deduplication of the documents. So now is the time for demo. Let me switch over to the demo. This is our accounting platform. Let me log out and then like I will show you from the beginning. So this is like a typical logging in into the accounting platform. And then like, yeah, this is like logging into the accounting platform. So once they are logging in, I will also log out from the wallet. This is your entry. This is the user's entry into the blockchain wallet. It is simple as signing with the email. You can see there is a MetaMask installed, but our platform will never use MetaMask. You will never see a MetaMask being popping up when we are using or when we are triggering a transaction, because all the signers, all the transactions are happening in the MPC wallet. Users can simply log in into the MPC wallet by just signing in with their name, with their email. Once the email ID is given, an OTP will be going to their email. Give a minute. for the email 601786. This is a completely non-custodial wallet. BlockPeer has never has this any of the token key, any of the private key. It is being completely managed by our wallet partner Web3 Auth. So we integrated the Web3 Auth. So for example, if it is used by any company, say for example XYZ Limited, so XYZ Limited employee will only be able to log in with using their email. So we will not be having access to their logins. So it is BlockPeer never has access to this one. And then this is a completely a non-custodial login. If anybody is having any questions, please drop it in the questions. I'd be more happy to answer. Okay. So now we are logged in, and then it is just giving a UOA addresses. This UOA address is I'm just going through the question. Oh, this look to something with something like a swap index. Okay, this is very interesting and unique among other platforms in the space for sure. Okay, for the Taylor's question, we have a dedicated swap within the accounting platform. I will just bring you, I will just show you how we can swap it, because this is a external owned account which is within our accounting platform based on the account abstraction wallet. So we built a swap within the accounting platform so that our users can swap it within the accounting platform itself. I will show it in the demo in another 5-10 minutes when we are going through Taylor. So this is the wallet's balances available here. So it will bring the wallet's balances and everything. When we are here, the same thing also we can verify it on the Polygon scan. So this is the same address available on the Polygon scan also. We received the token, we have Matic, and then some stable coin is there on the Polygon network. This address is having. Now we can create a safe, and then we can see multi-sig safe. Okay, let me create a safe with my team. So I'll call it as a BlockPeer's safe. Let's see. Okay, 2 signers are there. So there is another employee is there in the company. Okay. So out of 2, I cannot put 2 by 2, so then it will be difficult for getting like 2. So this is a threshold. Out of 2, like 1 signature is enough. Maybe if if the team is having 3 or 5 signers, these are all the finance team users. So these are all the users, they are having the ERP access or the accounting team, accounting platform access. So their emails, their names will be coming from here. We can create the safe, and then safe creation is happening. Without the MetaMask interaction, the only thing we see that it is completely different from the Web2 application is because of the transaction mining, the blockchain applications are taking a little bit slow. That is the only reason that we'll find. Okay, now this transaction is under mining. It will take a minute. Okay, safe created successfully. We can see the safe here, the existing safe. We created the BlockPeer safe. And this is the Polygon address. The safe is available on the Polygon scan. And this is the safe details. The safe details are, these are all the safe owners. Venkatesh and Manish are the safe owners, and 1 is the threshold. Anyone can sign it and then execute the transaction. Safe is available on the Polygon chain. So like this, we can be very easily create a safe. Now let us go to the accounting platform, and then let us see how a typical invoice can be paid or something like that, how the AP flow is happening. This is a typical accounting platform. This is our own accounting platform. So when it comes to the vendors, let us register an invoice or something like that. This is how the typical flow is happening. For example, like any of the accounting team, they are creating an invoice or something like okay. Some vendor, this is a test, this is a test instance, some vendor we can create. Say for example, we received an invoice for say $10 or something like that for some laptop. Then like we can bring the tax here and then whatever the quantity is done. Because I'm going to make the dummy payment, so I'm going to make this invoice as for a $10 this one. So we can also configure the currencies or any type of currencies and everything. For the sake of simplicity, I'm going to remove the tax here. Yeah, $10 is the one. Let us save this. We go to the wallet because this is how like in the typical accounting platform, somebody will be entering the invoice and then on this due date somebody will be making the payment either in the bank account, because if it is a bank account like one junior accountant or anybody, they will create the transaction in their online banking platform and then it will be going for the signatory approval, because accountant will create an online transaction and then like it goes to the finance manager for the first approval. Once the finance manager is approved, it will go to the CFO. This all will be happening on the online banking platform. Once both the party or whomsoever signers are approved on the banking platform, then they will take the payment advice, then the amount will be debited on the bank statement, then they will register the payment. Okay, this vendor has been paid or something like that. We are making a similar workflow so that we wanted to make the typical workflow so that like the users will not be feeling much difficult. So this is the approved bill. So whatever the bills are approved for this one, we created this one now, and that is available for the payment. So I'm going to fetch my own another address for the payment because we are going to execute the payment. Only this one I'm using the MetaMask. Okay, USDT. We are creating USDT, and then this is our from this BlockPeer safe. We are going to make the payment. The payment is going to the blockchain. Okay, so it has gone to the blockchain as well. Okay, this is on the safe app also. I will show you the execute the pending transactions here. This is the BlockPeer safe. And this is the pending transaction, because even like one of the main features we added here is like for example, if you are using the safe UI, for example, if you wanted to make the safe UI payment, the signers will not be having an idea of for what this payment is. Okay, this is for $10 or $100 or like $1,000 or $100,000. There is no reference of what for this payment is going through. We brought the accounting context into the safe one. We brought like this is for the so and so bill number and this is the supplier is the BlockPeer, and then so that the signers can understand like okay, this is waiting for a payment. And then also once we created this transaction also, we will be sending out a internal messaging system, like the messaging system will be going to them, like we can send a message to the another signer. See, for example, a message will be going to the all the signers as well. Then, for example, when we create a new safe multi-sig, it is going for all the signer because I was one of the signers, so that I received a message, and then Manish also will be receiving the message. And then like we are sending a notification also to them, like okay, there has been new safe, so that it can be used to alert the signer. For example, if you're having a 10 transaction, 20 transaction, we can alert the signer, please execute this payment or something like that. So this is a supplier payment transaction, because there are other payment types are available like employee payroll or any other things are available as well. Okay. Okay, here I need to transfer this into the safe balance. The token is on my EOIM. Just a minute. This is like when we are transferring from our token to multiple places. Maybe some technical glitches here. So this is how the payment is there. I will ask my team to look into it. So from here, the transactions can be made possible from the once the balance is, we put the balance onto the safe, because the safe needs to have the balance and then not the EOA. So safe needs to have the balance. Once safe is having the balance, we will show, okay, safe is having enough balance or something like that. Once the safe is having the balance, this can be executed. And once it is executed, we will do the automatic accounting entry also, like by debiting the payable and by crediting the token, so that the payable is and the supplier will be shown that his payable is completely done. So this is one of the typical safe complete walkthrough of the safe transactions. And this is our another module where, in a sense, like you for any of the supplier, you can do the post-dated crypto payment transaction also. You can select and then you can do on-chain payment commitment on 31st May, 31st March, you can do it. So 31st March, you can keep the funds in this account. So not before that. This is only on-chain payment commitment as of now. This is one of the major use case. And similarly, we can create a electronic invoice and then also electronic bill of lading. So when it comes to the electronic bill of lading, these are all having a major use cases here. Yeah. So let me show you how this will be available. Sorry. This is available on the XDC, because XDC is a different blockchain. XDC is mainly concentrating on trade finance. So XDC is like a very good platform for tokenizing the trade platforms, and then they are mainly targeting on the financing the trade related assets, so that we integrated XDC blockchain into this one. And then so all our trade documents tokenizations are happening on the XDC, which is similar to the, which is like a EVM, which is a Ethereum fork, but they are mainly targeting them trade finance related stuff, so that all our invoices and then all these things can be financed by the XDC's partner companies like a Trade Finex. So we are actively working with them for the Trade Finex to finance our invoices into that. So to come to the question of Taylor, we had built the, for example, the safe, or in the, when we are having the safe is having some balances here, we can do the swapping within the, within the accounting platform itself. So like when it comes to the BlockPeer's safe, so once we are able to do some transaction here, like we can be able to do the swap within the accounting platform itself. And then so not only the swap, we can also do the bridging as well. So maybe like we can show the demo separately or something like that, but we can also do, if we are selecting the same polygon to polygon, it will be the swap. Okay, now in the sense like, and then we can do the bridging as well. And then like when we are doing, it can do the automatic accounting as well, like between the tokens and the things like that. We can also do the payroll. We can also do the payroll, because from the payroll also multiple employees, and then like free, even from the same safe multisig, the payment can be made on the payroll for the teams. These are all our blockchain capabilities. And then like when it comes to the accounting capabilities, then like so the team also can do the typical accounting, which is like a fiat accounting. And then like, for example, if they are raising invoices in the fiat, if they are receiving money in the fiat, all these things they can be able to do it. And then apart from that, they can also run reporting of uh, P&L, balance sheet, and cash flow. So typical, so whatever the things, everything will be together, like a P&L, balance sheet, and cash flow. And then like when it comes to the wallet import, because now so far we had seen, what if the company is using a MetaMask, or historically they have been using a MetaMask or any other cold storage. So we have a utility to import to the blockchain. We have a more than 20 different blockchains can be used, Arbitrum, Nova, Avalanche, and then so more than 20 different blockchains are available to download the seamlessly. And then one of the major use case of this one is compared to the block explorer, we give human readable transactions descriptions. Give human readable transaction descriptions. So for example, if you are seeing this, one of the cumbersome transaction happened here. Okay, I will also show this transaction on the block explorer also. This is the transaction hash. These are all the things that happen. Let me also open it, and this is on the Ethereum mainnet actually. On the Etherscan. So they had made a swap, and then they mint on 1 inch, and see this much transaction happened on the 1 inch. So 1 inch being a swap aggregator, it moved to so many transactions and everything. And then also this transaction is including the gas. So we made it like a very simple human readable transactions, what has happened on each this one. This is the thing. Swapped 4.6 packs G for this much MNT. So they sent this much packs G, another time sent, and then this is a paid gas, then they received this much token. And below itself, we are giving a utility to make the journal entries, because we don't want to be thought of making a custom rules and everything. That is also possible, because each company will be having a different way of categorizing it based on their IFRS and the US GAAP standards and everything. So we brought in the complete human readable blockchain transactions and everything. And then we brought in a utility for the finance team to directly enter the journal entries from here, so that it is linked to the transaction hash, and then it is useful for the audit purpose, so that the auditors also will be able to verify this complete transaction has been entered into the journal. Once it is entered into the journal, it goes directly into the books of accounts. This is one of our major feature, because being in the finance team, we cannot expect the finance team. And then another thing is the major headache nowadays is the spam token. So we are able to classify this as a spam token, so that the finance team can completely ignore this transaction. Okay, this is spam token, they can ignore it. They can select it, this can be ignored. And then spam NFTs also they received. This is the historical transaction is available from 2018 till now. So then whatever the history transaction, whatever the bigger volumes or transactions, we have dedicated servers to handle that transactions. And then not only the wallets, and then also a cold wallet. The companies can also maintain a centralized exchange balances. Like they can have a Binance account, they can have a Coinbase account. So in this instance, we are showing just two, but we already made integration to 23 leading exchanges. So that this is a sandbox. This one we already fetched the transaction here. This is a sandbox user. So let me see whether the transaction is fetched. So that even from the centralized exchanges, we can be able to fetch the transactions. It is not there. Let me fetch it from here. So here the user has to enter their username and password. So once they enter the username and password, they will have the complete transaction here. And this is the things okay, these are all historically they bought some drawn, this is the quantity, and then directly from here, user can enter the, since it is sandbox environment, we are getting a US dollar value. So once the users live instances will be giving the US dollar value. Similarly for the transfers, so we are giving a complete end-to-end transaction capturing platform for the blockchain companies. And then also we are giving a not only the wallet. So wallet inside the BlockPeer is completely integrated into the accounts process flow. So this is a quick demo of our platform. And then like, so if you have maybe like I didn't show like the platforms this one, maybe like let me see whether I have some verifiable documents here. Okay. Maybe for this one I need to show it in a separate time. So maybe like in another time I will show you the how this transferable documents of bill of lading, and then how this verifiable documents of electronic bill of lading will be working on the on chain. Okay, so this we can show it. Any other questions if you are having, will be happy to take it up. And like I'm finishing a little bit early, so let me go back to the slides again. So I don't have any other slides from here. So any other queries or any other things if you are having, we'll be happy to look at it. We'll be happy to walk through the finance teams and to clarify their accounting entries or to clarify their doubts or anything. We are just phone call, and we are just a email away, or a crypto CFO community a message away. Any more questions if you are having, I will be more happy to answer. And like so this
Absolutely.
is completed. And then like anything, Brandon or
I
Taylor?
think that's amazing. Thank you so much for the demo. It really shined more light on it for me personally, to understand more about what BlockPeer is doing and what you're building on your side. Can you speak a little bit about the users? Like, who are your users? Are these individuals, businesses, organizations? What size? Geographical locations?
Yeah, our users like typically Web3 companies.
Okay.
So this is mainly for the Web3 companies. We are targeting Web3 and Web 2.5 SMEs. So Web3 companies to use their own protocol tokens or their stablecoin tokens, and then like Web 2.5 companies when they wanted to use their USDC or USDT stablecoin into their accounting platforms, so that we bring them very much simplified user interface without needing a much more learning curve. So mainly we are targeting SMEs, small and medium companies, and Web3 and Web 2.5.
Very unique, very unique. Now adding the wallet aspect into the accounting platform or vice versa, however you initially envision this, is very unique. We don't see anybody else taking this approach. Where did that idea come from, and how did you kind of materialize this project?
Yeah, like we were conducting go-to-market exercise. So when we are doing the PDC finance, like after winning the hackathon on grants and everything. So when we are discussing with so many Web3 startups, when you're discussing with so many Web3 startups who are raised to the funding, who has raised to the pre-seed, so many astonishing number of projects, they don't even have a accounting team or accounting platform. They used to think about the accounting platform when they are going for the next raise only. Or else they are saying, okay, it is all with my auditor, and then like they will manage it and everything. So however, I don't even know, like there are people, they don't even know like how much they are spending, even at least like if they're putting it on a spreadsheet. So we understand. So we thought like we should make it their entrance to the adoption very much easy, so that like use this as a wallet. Then the same accounting platform can be used by the accounting firm also, because in our platform, accounting firm can use the accounting module, and then those owners or any of their CFO or their project owners can control the wallets, so that this can be jointly used by the accounting firm and then also from the owners or else from this project owners, so that the complete data is available on a single platform. So it is like good for them, and then things like that. So that, and then we thought like there are so many companies out there. They are having some sort of different approaches or something like that. So we thought like why can't we integrate it everything together, and then like let us come up with okay. And then as of now we are also coming up with what if the project already using some other accounting platform. They are using like a they are using like Oracle, they are using like a Zoho, they are using like a Zero. So we are building some sort of integrations for them as well, because it will be difficult for them to move, because we cannot expect the company who are using their old accounting platform for QuickBooks for the past 4 years and 5 years. We cannot ask them to move immediately or something like that. So that we are bringing some sort of integrations for them also. Our main objective of bringing everything together was to quickly come up with the financial positions, because we had spoken to the leading blockchains CFOs and then things like that. Back in those days, they were doing it on their Excel, and then like they are having it, and then like so they were doing it on external MetaMask, and then so we thought like the CFO should have a immediate holistic understanding of the treasury, so that we thought of doing it
I
together.
love it. So we did have a
And
question from Rachel. She is a CFO, and she was wondering if she would be able to have access to several
several
businesses at one time. Um,
several businesses, meaning like a multi-company. Is it like a multi-company?
I would think
Uh,
so. Yeah.
is it like a multi-company you are asking for, Rachel? I have access to several businesses at one time, similar to QuickBooks.
Yeah,
If
she's a
it is you're
CFO
looking
at
for a,
multiple.
yeah, if it is you're looking for a multi-company, we do support multi-company based on our pricing tiers. We can create, because as of now you can see like it is like a single company, which is like a BlockPeer, which is like a test company. If you're having a multiple company, because we see that there are the same project can have an entity in US, can have an entity in Europe. So it is under the same project. So the same finance team will be managing it. So it is possible to have a multi-company setup here.
Love it. Thank you so much. All right, great. So, any final closing words? Anything about BlockPeer that's happening? I know you're going to be at the Finex Awards and conference in Dubai soon. You appear at a lot of things, so feel free to let us know anything that's coming up.
Yeah, there are like a lot of events are coming up before this summer is coming in Dubai. Particularly like Token 2049 is coming to Dubai in April. Yeah, and then like there is another a fintech event coming up in this month and 28, 29, where in the sense like we are also putting up a stall. It is called FinNext. So FinNext is like bridging the gap between the like not only the blockchain into all the fintech areas. So where we are putting up a
Good to
stall
know.
there, and then like seamless, and a lot of events are there till before the summer starts in Dubai, before May, June. Lot of events are there in this winter time in Dubai.
Yes, perfect, perfect. Like I was telling you earlier, I can't wait to get out there. So maybe it'll be this year for
Yeah,
one of the
maybe you
conferences.
make use of the time
Yes,
during the Token 2049. There is going to be a one event, or like 1 week full of event will be there. And then like
yes,
Eat Dubai is also going to be here at the
yes.
same time. So like even in the Eat Dubai, like we are planning to put up a stall and everything. So these are all the
Great. Yeah.
development.
So for those that'll be watching the recording, and those that have watched us live, we appreciate it. Venkatesh, thank you for joining us. I love the product that you're building. I'm
Thank you.
positioned to learn more about it. I would love to have you back. You know, we've discussed potential partnerships in the crypto CFOs community.
Yeah,
Let's do this demo again in the community, you know, where we can gather some more engagement and do it there exclusively. So we appreciate your time. Thank you so much. And thank you for
thank you.
joining us at
Thank you.
CTAC.
Thank you for the Crypto CFA community, and thank you for the attendees. Thanks for your time. Have a
Thank you.
great day.
Have a great day.